SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated is a game released earlier this year as a 3D platformer that was SpongeBob themed, similar to how the Mario games work. It has 36 achievements, a lot of collectibles, and it was actually a remake of a game released back in 2003 on the PlayStation 2, Xbox, and there were some other games of a similar name released on other platforms, but it wasn't the same game. Now, many days of my childhood were spent playing this game, trying to beat it. And now, we're gonna do it all over again and get all of the achievements that did not exist back then, with some much higher quality graphics to make it a little bit better. For all of the collectibles in the game, I went through and made videos for each individual map, made a playlist of all of it, links in the description below, and while I go through all of the achievements, I'll be putting links up here to each individual video that pertains to that section. So in this video, we're going to go over all of the achievements, what they are, and how to get them. And if you like the video or find it helpful, be sure to hit that like button and consider subscribing. The first achievement in the game is Time for Tutorial for collecting everything in SpongeBob's house. You'll need to collect one spatula, one sock, one pair of underwear, and all of the shiny objects. For Are You Ready Now, you'll need to just talk to Squidward in his house 10 times. So just keep talking to him over and over until the achievement finally pops up. For Jellyfish Jam, you'll need to defeat the King Jellyfish at the end of Jellyfish Fields. Then you can pick up his bottle of goo and return to Squidward at the beginning of the area and complete his mission to get the Jellyfishing achievement. For Uptown and Downtown, you'll need to complete Miss Puff's mission in downtown Bikini Bottom by finding all of the steering wheels in the map. I have a video showing all of the locations of these wheels in the video linked up in the top. Sweet Victory you'll get for defeating the Robo Sandy boss in the Poseidome. Not too hard, you'll learn her mechanics pretty easily. It's not Dark Souls level. These next three are for defeating 100 robots as each of the characters. So, we have Sponge Smasher, which you'll get for defeating 100 robots as Spongebob. Squirrel Smasher for defeating 100 robots as Sandy. And Star Smasher for defeating 100 robots as Patrick. Keep It Rolling is for completing the rolling ball puzzle in the Mermalair. Now I remember this being harder than it was this time around, but it may just be that with the remaster it got a bit easier. So if you just kind of follow what I do here, then you'll have an idea of how to get it done fairly easily, and it shouldn't take more than 1 or 2 tries. For Shrimp Catcher, you'll need to defeat Prawn at the end of the Mermalair map. Hit rock bottom you'll get for completing the main missions of the rock bottom map, which basically means return all of the paintings. Video up at the top for a guide for all of those. Life's as extreme as you want to make it is for completing all of the ski slopes in Sand Mountain. You don't have to do it in a certain amount of time or anything like that for this one, so just go down them all and you'll be good. For Surf's Up, you'll need to finish the main missions of the Goo Lagoon map, so basically get to the end and destroy the robot that's hoarding all of the sunscreen. Toxic Terror is for defeating the Robo-Patrick boss in the Industrial Park. This one is probably the hardest of the boss battles so far, but still, once you learn his mechanics, very easy to overcome. For Robot Encyclopedia, you'll need to defeat one of every type of robot. This does not include any of the bosses, so only the Fodder, G-Love, Chuck, Bombot, Arf Dog, Hammer, Monsoon, Tublet, Bzbot, Tartar, Sleepy Time, Slick, and Chompbot are required. If you think you should have the achievement but it doesn't pop up, you can go over to the police station down in Bikini Bottom to check your progress. Sleepy Time is for getting all of the golden spatulas in the Spongebob's Dream level, and of course, links up at the top of the video where I go through all of these. For Hello Bikini Bottom, you'll need to find all of the golden spatulas in the Bikini Bottom map. My video going over all of those is up at the top also. Kelp Forest of Fear is for finding all of the lost campers in the Kelp Forest map, and once again, video up at the top for all of those locations. For Ship Shape, you'll need to reclaim the Flying Dutchman's ship in the Flying Dutchman's Graveyard map. I went over all of those collectibles on that map in the video linked up at the top. Shanghaied is for defeating the Flying Dutchman in the boss battle at the end of that map. This one is pretty easy compared to the rest, so you shouldn't have any issues here. Then at the very end of the game, you'll get SpongeBob vs. SpongeBob for defeating SpongeBob's Steel Pants in that boss battle. You'll then be able to get the Small Does Not Rule achievement for defeating the Roboplankton boss, all happening in the Chum Bucket lab. Now for the Golden Spatula achievements, we have Spatula Seeker for collecting 10, Super Spatula Seeker for collecting 25, Ultra Spatula Seeker for collecting 50, Mega Spatula Seeker for collecting 75, and Ultra Super Mega Spatula Seeker for collecting all 100 of them. 8 of the spatulas that I haven't really gone over yet are the ones you get from Mr. Krabs. You essentially just buy these all from him with the shiny objects. Overall, you'll need about 108,000 shiny objects, which just proves that, well, Mr. Krabs is part of the Dharma Initiative. Yeah, so that's a lot of shiny objects. You'll need to do some farming. There are a few areas that seem to be the general areas that people think are good farming locations. The area that I found to be the most efficient was on Goo Lagoon here. You come up right before the caves, and once you get to the bridge, you'll get a spawn point here. The farm route that you'll take is you'll walk towards the tikis on the bridge to activate them, run up the castle the rest of the way, activate the tikis at the top, and then jump down into the goo to spawn back in. It'll take a while, and you might go crazy, as some people have. But I found it to be the quickest way to generate shiny objects. Then moving on to the achievements for Patrick's socks, we have Sock Getter for finding 15, Sock Concert for finding 40, and Sock Opera for finding all 80 of them. You'll also then get 100% Spongebob once you collect all 100 spatulas and 80 of Patrick's socks. And with that, we have all of the achievements in SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. If you liked the video or found it helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment with what game you'd like me to cover next. And you can also support the channel further over on Patreon if you'd like to do that. The link is down in the description below.